Hey people, hope you're all well. Coming to you today from Devon down the campsite. I actually wanted to do a video outside, but it's too windy unfortunately, you won't be able to hear me, so I've come inside the car. I'm going to answer a question today. Quickly, if you're following me on YouTube, please hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. Instagram the same, and Facebook, please like, comment, share this wherever you feel is necessary. But I'm going to answer a question that I've been asked in my inbox. First of all, I just want to say everyone that went to the protest yesterday and showed their faces and turned up in numbers, really well done. Great for doing that. I'd have been there myself if I hadn't had this booked months ago. But yeah, really appreciate that and spread the word. It seemed like a really good turnout, so well done to everyone. Really important to get across what's going on here. I think it's pretty obvious. I think even the most like COVID, the person that people believed in COVID the most, even they're starting to understand this is not about what they've said it's about. I mean, you can't have that for a virus that's 99.96% survival rate. It just doesn't make sense, and everything they do, the government, now it makes sense, and I think that's becoming quite obvious to the general public. And today I wanted to, and this sort of ties in with the question where someone messaged me the other day and said, Ryan, one of my family members is in hospital, she's got cancer, and they're feeding her. They're telling her to eat whatever she wants. They're getting people to bring in McDonald's. They're saying it doesn't matter if she eats things like ice cream, etc. And also the hospital food, it's just terrible. Why is it so bad? It doesn't make sense. So this is one of the things I always talk about. Nothing when it comes to health, Big Pharma, the government do, makes sense. Now, and that's why I was talking about it being a business, a for-profit business, and not something that actually cares about your health. So we know cancer, it gets fed by sugar. There's so much research out there that can tell you this. Exactly. Hospital food should be like a healing process. I mean, hospital itself should be like a healing process. When you go to a spa, for example, I always talk about this. Where would I go if I was really ill? It would be as far away from hospital as possible. Hospitals are very clinical. They don't exude health and healing. That you walk in and it's everything that you want, where you wouldn't want to be. It's very like the light. There's nothing homely about it. It's terrible. It's why I can't believe that a lot of women want to go to hospitals and actually give birth, because I'd much rather be somewhere much more relaxed. Just saying that you want to be more relaxed and you're in a hospital. People go to hospital and they think about death and disease. They don't think about healing. And so this is why. And the same happens with the food. The food they give, it should be part of the healing process, and so should the room and the ambience should be playing nice music. It should be, and every part of it should be part of the healing process. The energy of the place, and it's just not. And this is why it's really important to understand that it's a for-profit business, and they all care about is the bottom line. So your food, we talk about this. If they really cared, Big Pharma, about your health, they wouldn't have vending machines full of Coke and lemonade and whatever else, Iron Brew, Dr. Pepper, and chocolate bars and crisps. They get them out there straight away. Also, get figures down. Yeah, I doubt it, mate. Bob, I doubt it. So the other thing as well is, imagine doctors got paid on, I'm going to pay you this salary, but you're only going to get paid it if people don't come and see you. You get paid. The less people come and see you, the less people need you. That's when we get up your salary. But unfortunately, that's not what happens. Surgeons, oncologists, etc., get paid the more people they see, and that's because more people are ill, and then it only really serves them to see more people. Exactly. So this is why it's really important to understand. Hospital food, this is why if I had a family member in hospital, etc., I'd be bringing them food to have. I wouldn't be letting them touch any hospital food. Be having supplements, nutrition, all for the healing process. Only be eating organic food, getting rid of any alcohol, sugar, wheat, gluten, dairy, rancid oils, because all those things are going to be inflaming the body massively. So this is just to tell you what's going on and what they care about. I get it. At the end of the day, it's like you've got a certain amount of money, but if health was a real priority, so talked about before, the biggest threat to our economy before this happened, COVID, was chronic illness. I mean, people that I think it's like a third of the population are diabetic or pre-diabetic in the US. The other third have diabetes. So it's really, really important to understand how the drain of that puts in the economy. I think it's something that over a lifetime it costs 500 to 600,000 pounds just to fund the treatment of someone with diabetes. So you have to understand how much that's going to cost the economy if someone's on that. If you've got a third of the population on that. So yeah, really have to understand the food that you're going to get in hospitals completely against the healing process. So, and the reason why I said before, it's about bottom line. So the more people can understand this, the more they can understand why they need to stop going to, unfortunately, doctors when it comes to chronic illness and advanced disease, because they are not going to be able to teach you how to heal. They're only going to have to prescribe you pills, surgery, radiation, chemotherapy, for example. It's by law, and they don't actually think food makes a difference. Talk to a lot of doctors out there. Talk about food not being able to heal. Now, food is energy information. It talks to the cells of your body. Your gut reads it like a scanner, and it can see if it's good or bad. And this is why people that are eating unhealthy diets, they feel terrible. They have brain fog. They're inflamed. They put on weight. Their body doesn't function properly, etc. So yeah. So and at the end of the day, the better your food, like organic food, satiates you 40% longer. You actually need less of it. People would eat far too much food anyway. And if you eat less high quality food, you need less of it. You're actually spending less money. And once you cut out all the junk, it's huge. And so it's the same. We're in hospital. I just avoid that as much as possible, and I'd get my family to bring me in healthy food. Anyway, once you start to understand it's a business and the bottom line speaks loudest, everything starts to make more sense. And it's the same about what you're going through at the moment. The more COVID people they put through and test through, they get more money from the government, etc. So it's all part of that. Anyway, I hope this helps people understand, guys, why hospital food is bad. And if they really cared about your health, they'd be getting rid of the vending machines, and they'd be having salad bars and using like organic foods and fermented foods and things to detox the body, etc. Juice bars, they'd be using that. They'd be in hospitals, and they'd have great music, and it'd be lovely. It'd be like a place you'd want to go to heal, not somewhere that you'd never want to go because it's so clinical and depressing. And like I said before, if I was really ill, I'd be getting as far away from the hospital as possible. I'd be going somewhere in the sun, exposing myself to the sun, the sea, the sand, fresh air, good food, and doing all the practices that we cover in the programs, going through every single aspect of the healing process. Anyway, just wanted to shed some light on that today, guys and girls. Otherwise, I hope you're enjoying your bank holiday. As always, if you've got a health issue you want help, send me an inbox here or an email at ryan@reviveyourself.co, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, stay happy, stay healthy. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.